Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing another Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal, and this one is so different from any of the journals I've seen so far, and I really do think it is a cool concept. So this is Dani's traveling journal, and this is the third one I got in this group, I believe. So geez, this group's 10 people, so I have 6 more to see. How exciting. I think that's right. Okay, so hers is a smaller one, and I actually kind of like this size. I don't know what size it is, but maybe it's A6. Yeah, I would say it's about an A6 size. Okay, makes sense. So as you open it, you see, please read me, thank you. And so it's in this pocket, and as you can see, it's actually like travel-y themed. And what she did was she provided us with like a welcome letter and prompts that are travel based or based to where you're local in case you don't travel. So I think that's super exciting. She said we each got 4 pages each. So yeah, I am going to work on this today, and we'll do a flip before, and maybe I'll record the process. It is mostly journaling, like writing, so I'm not sure how interesting that would be for you guys, but anyways, I'm gonna leave that there because I'm going to use it. When you open it, it's Dani's entry, and it says Seattle. I moved to Seattle almost, well, okay, which is, I'm not gonna read all this. I don't think there's any, because it's about travel information, but I don't think it's like personal to where they wouldn't want me to read it, but I'm not going to. Dani wrote about Seattle, and then this is Rosie, and she did ask us to number like what questions we were answering. This is Rosie's entry, and then she did a tip in. Rosie. And then this was Amy's page. So they only use 2 pages. I do think what I'm going to do is 4 pages. I actually had, which I need to find it. Let me go find that real quick. Okay, here it is. So I have a bunch of travel themed stuff. I am not a travel person. I will say that. I do end up traveling for like, this is going to be a talkie video, I feel like. I do end up traveling for like events and stuff. So basically I was subbed to Happy Scrappy, and she did a whole travel theme, which don't think I would use it for anything else. But I feel like it fits the vibes for this. I just have to find the stuff that isn't so planner-y related. Like these checklists could be cute. We have some travel deco, even though I am a big sticker girly. Big sticker girly. I don't know. I do actually have, I think I just got stuff from Tori as well. That's travel based. Ooh, which is more my vibe, I think, the color wise. So I have these papers. What else? These are random extras. So we have like these travel-y stickers as die cuts, and then we have these deco boxes, which I think these could be cute. I think I'm gonna use this instead of the Tori stuff. Oh, I did like that Tori washi though, now that I think about it. But I think this matches the vibe of her book better, so I think this is what I'm gonna use. And then let's see what we have for paper. So so we have this and this. Maybe I do a tip in and then like type over it or something. These are cute papers, but like I said, I don't care for this one, but this is so cute. Okay, and then we have some vellum, which I don't think I would use the vellum. So the paper is super cute. I was just gonna journal in it, but I do want to make it cute because I don't know. I want to like put similar effort into everyone's, I guess. I am going to write about where I live, I just want to apologize because the footage for this, I'm missing a bunch. So we're going through the process of me working on Dani's journal. I do want to say that this was filmed months ago. It's currently the end of July, which I think that's crazy. And I think this was the third journal I had gotten in this group. And I don't even know. I think I'm on like the 6th now. Like I said previously, this journal is very different. And I think I do go over that again in the outro because, again, I lost some footage. But this is just me working through everything. I am such a visual person that I just did not want to sit here and just write out the prompts. I wanted to put pictures in. I wanted to, I don't know, just make it cute and something fun. So that's what I really tried to do through this. I think I did mention that I'm in Northern Virginia, but I'm not 100% sure. So I actually do live in Northern Virginia. I'm originally from Arizona. I'm not really one to travel. I live 15 minutes out of DC. I don't really like going into DC. I think I mentioned that the monuments aren't like a big deal to me also. I'm not sure. But I do love the cherry blossoms and I do love the nature here in a sense. Like I love that you could see the different seasons. I'm definitely not an outdoorsy person. So I really just wanted to highlight the things that I loved about the area. I think I also touch on Old Town. If you come to Northern Virginia, I recommend Old Town. It's super cute and nice. Now at this part, I'm decorating the part where I think the question was like your favorite place. I'm not 100% sure. It's been so long. But my favorite place in the world, this is so basic, is Santa Monica Pier. We used to go there as a family. Like every summer we'd take a trip from Arizona to California to go to Six Flags, and then we'd go to Santa Monica one day. And I just love the pier. And then I talk about going to like Bubba Gump Shrimp Co. and how I would always get the burger. I definitely love me some shrimpies now, but back then I don't do seafood really unless it's like fish and chips or like popcorn shrimp. So fried fish. So that's what I'm writing out here. And I am cutting up a notebook I had that had Tomoe River paper because I really like to write on that, and I wasn't going to use that notebook. When I'm doing these traveling journals, I'm ripping out pages out of inserts, out of planners I know I'm not going to use anymore. There's just so much stuff that I'm sure like that I have laying around and that even you guys probably have laying around. I feel, especially if you were in the planner community first, we bought a lot of stuff, especially during like the 2019, 2020 time. We loved and could, I feel like, support small businesses more. So I know we have a ton of stuff in our collections. Yeah, I had fun with how this one turned out because I did a lot of little flip things and I do think it was fun, and I was excited that I actually got to use this traveling themed stuff because I'm not, like I said, I don't really travel. I travel for events, but like it's not like, oh, I'm going to this place to travel to take in the like local anything. Like when I go somewhere, it's like it's for a reason. Though there are a few things I do want to see, the Northern Lights before I go to heaven or visit the aliens, and I do want to take a trip to Japan and Korea. That I have extreme like anxiety of like not knowing and being in a different environment, and for me it's like a communication thing. I would be so stressed about not being like, if I was not able to communicate with people. I'm sure people speak English and are probably used to tourists, but then there's the whole like, oh, annoying tourist, annoying American type thing. So I don't know, I do have anxiety about that. I have anxiety going anywhere in the US. I have anxiety going places at the city I live. I'm not like a travel-y person. I think I really like to stay in my comfort zone, but if I do, I would love to go to Japan and Korea. Also, so like I said, I lost the footage of the final flip. So I did it in one big flip for Instagram, and that's the footage you're going to see at the end, like right now. And I'm sorry for that. I like I said, it's been months, and then I had to take a bunch of stuff off my phone because I just ran out of space. So I don't know why I lost that footage. I do hope you guys like these videos, especially I have fun doing them. I feel like over time, because I'm in 2 groups, technically now I'm just in 3 groups. Well, that's another story. I feel like at some point I started to get like, okay, I don't have time to sit here and film everything, because there are a lot of journals that just, I will get into that later. I will just get into that later. Anyways, so I'm sorry that the next footage is the way it is. I hope you do enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. And definitely am not going to say this all in the outro at the end, but I will see you guys next time after you watch the final flip. Bye. Hey everybody, here I am with another Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal. Today I'm going to do this differently because Dani's journal, this is Dani from Dani with a Planny, and her journal is set up so different than anyone I've seen. And it's kind of, I think once this is complete, it's going to be like one of the coolest journals. So basically Dani did a traveling theme for hers. And in here, she had a bunch of prompts where she had questions. It's all travel or like related to where you are locally. So I'm just going to do a quick flip. So this was Dani's entry, and she said we could decorate however we wanted. And this is how Rosie did hers. And then Amy did hers like this. So guys, I don't like to write so much. So she said we could decorate it however we wanted. And I did answer a lot of questions. So this is how mine was. I put my name, and I live in Northern Virginia, Alexandria. So I really love like spring and fall here, so I leaned into that. I got some pictures of Old Town, which is literally my favorite place to be. And I live like right there. And then I did DC and this fall-esque picture, and then the cherry blossoms. So I just answered the questions, and then I did like Seattle to DCA because she is in Seattle. So I thought that was cute. And then I said, now arriving in LA, because the next prompt was like your favorite place you've been. And my favorite place in the world, I always say this, is Santa Monica Pier. It's just like a nostalgia thing for me. So that's why I have this picture here. And then these are me answering the questions. And I use date dots to number them. She did want us to number them based off the question, or like the prompt it was in her thing. And then the next page, she said we could have up to 2 spreads. The next page was like a bucket list. So I said Japan, Korea, and anywhere I can see the northern lights, because even when you could kind of see them here, I couldn't see them. And then I just put pictures of like Tokyo, Seoul, and I think Busan was the other one I did. And right here, I'm like, I don't really travel, but I had fun doing these prompts and answering these questions and like thinking about where I would like to travel. And a lot of this page, like this quote and the washi on this page in the background, is from Tori. And then most of the rest of it that I use, besides the letters, that's a mix of me, Tori, and Amy. And then these are some I got off of Etsy, I think, mixed with Amy's. But the rest of it's like Happy Scrappy, and this is Simply Gilded washi. But yeah, I was like, I don't really travel, so it was fun to use these like travel theme stuff. So yeah, I think this one will be one of the coolest ones when it's complete, because you'll see like where everyone's been to. And yeah, I also was talking to Shanice about this, and if we didn't fill it up, the way Dani has it set up, she could just give it to anyone and they could answer the prompts, and you wouldn't know it wasn't they weren't in the same sisterhood group. But yeah, this is super cool one. I think after everyone gets it, I would really love to see it, because I just think it's gonna look so cool when it's done. Anyways, that is all for this one, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.